So I have a confession to make. I collect wives. What is this lean-in thing? Is this new? Okay, let me just clarify for a moment, all right? I'm not a serial killer, so I don't marry women and kill them. I don't know why that's where I went first. Maybe that's a red flag. She doth protest too much. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm not a serial killer. Check out my collection of things. Yeah, that's a good start. No. I collect wives. And by that I mean I ran this by my wife, and she was like, I'm very glad that you told me, because had I seen that pop up and that was the title of your video, you'd be murdered. I collect wives, and perhaps it is a boy in love that I experience things in my life and I see my darling wife in them. Or, because I have confirmed this with her, or are they using her likeness, and do we need to lawyer up? Because everybody around town, Marvel, DC, Disney, everybody be using her likenesses. Well, she only has one, her likeness. So, they just use her likeness. So I have a collection of things, a collection of figurines and things. I'm a nerd, so I have things that I've gotten from mystery boxes and things that I've, gone out and bought myself. So without all this yip yap, let's get into it. And I'm going to show you the one that kind of kicked this whole thing off. And it's this right here. I've got the top down. Why don't I use my tools? There we go. It is this one right here. It is a figure of Jessica Jones. I got this in some sort of mystery box. And the minute I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this looks exactly like my wife. Look at them eyebrows, girl. That's my wife. I need to settle down. But if you don't believe me, because I know right now you're probably saying, you're full of shit, bro. You're full of shit. What are you talking about? Your wife don't look like that. Give me a picture. Am I gonna put it on this side? Maybe this side? Give me a picture. I don't know. Let's do them both. Tell me that doesn't look like my wife. That is a picture of my wife with this right next to it, and they look exactly the same. If you calling me crazy right now, then put a mirror up in front of yourself, because you're calling yourself crazy, because you're crazy if you don't see it. Is crazy? We shouldn't be using the term crazy anymore, should we? I don't know. Whatever. Let's keep moving. Since then, this has sparked the thing where it's like, oh my God, this totally looks like my wife. I'm gonna buy it. So this is a little Jessica Jones figure. What I love about this is it's kind of her style a little bit. She's got little sort of biker boots and like leather jacket and wears a scarf, and that's her vibe on occasions. Now, in looking down at my little stash here, I am realizing that quite a few of these are Wonder Woman. You got a problem with that? Okay. This now also looks like my wife. This is my wife. This is another Q-Fig, actually. Why Q-Fig? Q-Fig. You're getting a call from my attorneys tomorrow morning, because I just realized that you're using my wife's likeness for your products. I don't know why I'm so ornery today. This is my wife. I mean, come on. That's totally her when she's doing a little pouty face and she's like all mad and stuff. That's totally her. I love this figure, by the way. I love this Wonder Woman figure. It's by Q-Fig. By Quantum Mechanics. But yeah, this totally looks like my wife. Should we leave him up here? Yeah, let's leave him up here. Okay. Now, my wife is a horror fan. She's spooky, you know. She's a little bit spooky. She kind of, witchy woman, you know. So this Elvira figure also totally reminds me of my wife, although probably more abstract. Let's get into some, what are we getting into? Let's get into some Lego. Now we're getting a little bit abstract, of course, but here is, now it's just like, oh, it has dark hair. That's my wife, right? But I have this Brickhead. Get out of the way, Elvira. This is a Brickhead of Wonder Woman, duh. You could see that. You have been seeing it while you were waiting for me to tell you. You weren't waiting. You knew exactly what it was. This is Wonder Woman. Now, this is a little more abstract because it's a Brickhead. It's literally a square head. So how can you get that much personality out of it? Is you asking me that question? Because that sounds like a challenge, my G. You asking me that question? Let's get into it. Get out of the way, Wonder Woman. So I built my wife. It's not done. It's not 100% done. I'm going to do a whole video on this in and of itself. But this, from this to this, I know it's a slight thing. What can we use for approximation? That, this to me totally looks like my wife. And she has a gold ring because I also made myself. And I've got a gold ring too because we're married. We're married. We touch face. Sorry. That was awkward. I did it as a joke at first, and then I kind of got into it. Is that weird? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's not a rhetorical question. I'll answer myself. Anyway, these two, these are a sneak peek. I'm actually going to do videos of that. So I'm like covering them up. I'm actually going to do videos. I actually have to finish designing my wife. My wife. And mine is done. It needs a tweak or two. There's a couple changes that I made that I'm going to change back to what it was. And there's a couple things I got to change. But I'm going to do videos on each of them, how I made her and how I made myself. So, sneak peek. Sneak peek for those of you watching. I'm not even on camera and I'm screaming into the air. Okay, now, I don't think she would be cross with me for putting this up as someone that looks like her. Kylo Ren as a Brickhead. She is she's not a Star Wars fan, but she is a Kylo Ren fan because he's a petulant teen and she just likes that he's, just kind of bratty. She really likes that he's kind of, he's kind of got an attitude. I don't think she would be upset with me if I said this looked like her. Obviously, we're dealing with little blocky heads. So, these aren't far off. I think she'd probably get a kick out of me saying that my Kylo Ren Brickhead kind of reminds me of her and is included in my collection of wives. Let's keep these up here. Except for those two. And then lastly, which is my most latest inclusion, and I think out of all of them, probably in the top 3. I think the 2 Q-Figs, the Jessica Jones, the Wonder Woman Q-Figs definitely are, spot on. Someone's getting sued because they're using her likeness. I'm making this video because I'm going to send this video to my attorney. I'm also going to upload it to YouTube so that you guys can see it, because now you're all witnesses. And if I need to subpoena you to show up in court to defend us, the Maddoxes that you love and adore on a weekly basis, we'll subpoena you, is what I'm saying. So you're a witness now. But also, I've never found a pop that kind of looks like her. Now there's a few out there that I'm like, maybe I could do a custom one using that head and using this body. But this Wonder Woman, that's my wife right there. That's her right there. That's her face. That's her face. her little nose and stuff. Okay, I can't get too like ooey gooey. I'm doing this, I've had this video planned for a while and wanted to know when was the best opportune moment to release it, and it just seems fitting to do it now because it is our 3-year anniversary tomorrow if you're watching this on release date. And I'm very happy about that. 3-year anniversary. Married! That's crazy! That's crazy! I didn't know this was gonna happen. And she rocked up into my life. And wonderful things happened. So, thank you so much for watching and putting up with my silliness. My darling, if you're watching this, I love you. Happy anniversary. It's my collection of wives. It's only you. Okay, that's enough, because we're in public right now. Thank you so much for watching. Roll the thing!